Hello everyone and welcome today to a brand new guide on how to complete the Paradox Junction Easter Egg. On screen now is the class that I'm using in this game and it absolutely destroys. But first of all, when you spawn in, you need to be going behind the yellow house to get the key for the truck.
For me?
Once you've got the key for the truck, the next thing you need to do, head into the house where you'll find these valves upstairs which you need to pick up, and then head over to the green building and fill up the sink and fill up the valve. Once you've done that, you need to be looking around for the mannequins and seeing which one is making like a glowing sound, sort of like the Fortnite sound. Showing many of the locations of these mannequins on screen now, but keep it in mind because you will need to go back to it. Once you have located it, it could be in the other area as well, but you'll be looking at these smudges on the wall. As you can hear there, that is the sound. There is one in the garage, one upstairs in the greenhouse, and there's also a third one past the truck. Once you've done that, you then need to be looking at these orbs, and again, it'll be making the same sound if it's the right one. And you just need to kill zombies around it, and as you'll see, it will drop the first part, which is the barrel. So once you've got the barrel, this is the location of the third one. These are the other mannequin locations that are on the other side of Pack-a-Punch once you've completed it. Mine was not in any of these. Mine was in the last location, which is here. So now I've done that, I'm going to head over, I'm going to shoot the swing, because we need to get the swing. Do all this while you were in there on the first go, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. So then, with the goo, mine was here, I throw a grenade and it puts a hole in the wall. Yours could be either upstairs here or in the other spot. And then, as you can see, the next part is there. And there is the last part. Once you have all four parts, then you need to just go up here and you just need to craft the blundergat by punching it, and you can craft the wonder weapon, and we are on the start of the Easter egg now. I do enjoy this wonder weapon, I just think it needs to be a little bit more powerful at higher rounds. Done that, you then are going to be looking for a remote in this location in the garage, in the back of the greenhouse on the floor, or near Pack-a-Punch. Mine was near Pack-a-Punch. So you pick this up, you will then be put into the RCXD car where you just need to follow this path round. I had a zombie there, obviously spawned in. And you need to make this little jump here, which I do fail the first time because I always seem to fail that jump all the time. And I made it the second time, so it's good enough because you are on a timer. So once you've done that, you just need to go blow up the garage door, and you are on to the next part. So the next thing that you need to do is head into that garage that you've just opened, where you'll see a body just on its knees, crouched there. Just wait for it to disappear, like you can see there, and all you need to do is pick up the chalk that it leaves behind.
All that for a stick.
So now that you have that chalk, you need to head over to the back of the yellow house where you are going to place down the swing that you had earlier and also the chalk, which will start like a mini cutscene of the twins. Now, they're going to talk for what feels like forever when you've done this Easter egg a million times. But in this time, I'm going to give you a tip on what to do. If you head over to the truck while this is in its cutscene, no zombies will be around, and set the clock ready for a later step. So you've got to set both hands to 0. And this will save you time in the future because this step is god annoying. It is probably the worst step in this Easter egg because it's such a delay when shooting each hand. So I go with the red first because the red does move the white. So if you do set the red first and then move the white into place, and within this time frame you have plenty of time just to be able to get this set up ready for later on. So now it's time to upgrade the blundergat. So a zombie will spawn either back of greenhouse, back of yellow house, or on one of the drives near Pack-a-Punch. As you can see there, and all you've got to do is guide this zombie, this tortured zombie, to the truck in the middle of the map to where you build the blundergat. So you've just got to literally bring it in and then kill it. And the soul will be collected. And you've got to do this 3 more times. So there's one. This is the second one. This is the drive near Pack-a-Punch. Can't let any zombies go near it because it will start draining its health, as you can see in the top corner. But again, you just got to guide it over. And once this is done, you do then have to go into the past to then put the blundergat into the thing, and then go back to the future and you can take it out. The last one is a mimic, and all you got to do is shoot the mimic and kill it, and that is that done. Next, head into the garage and pick up the seeds that you can see in the red tin. All you just got to do is interact. And what I do next is I go into the back of the greenhouse and I wait for the piano teacher to spawn. I get everything done in the round so you don't have to spend as many points. Switching between nuked and non-nuked, you might as well get it done as quickly as you can. So if you stand in the back of the green one, it takes about a minute for the piano teacher to spawn. As you can see, she will spawn in. Best thing to do is save a few zombies at the end. And all you need is brain rot or a sight grenade. I use a sight grenade here. Throw the sight grenade at her and she will run to the piano inside of the greenhouse just to make sure that she goes there. I check, I run through with her. And then all you got to do is then go back in time. Mine was delayed because I did it all on one round and it wouldn't let me go back. But I managed to do it in time. You have to be quick because she will despawn and then you have to wait all over again. So I go back and you will see that she is now there in the past. So now we're in the past, we're going to run over to the toy box that you'll see in a second just there on the floor. Interact with that to open it, that is for a later step. And then also run over, as you can see here, to this patch of mud that is on the floor and plant them seeds that we picked up. Now in this part you are going to have to kill zombies around it using the blundergat. So best thing to do if you are using it default like me with no pack-a-punch or anything, get yourself frenzy guard on because you can spam the hell out of this gun, which is how it should be. So you just literally, it's a soul box, you've just got to kill as many zombies as you possibly can with this blundergat around it until you get a flash of white on your screen and you get a free max ammo. Once you get that, you know that you've completed this step and you can get ready to move on to the next. So that is my step done. So the next part is to get some combat axes and go back into the future. And you will see that a tree is spawned. And all you've got to do is throw 3 tomahawks at it, and you are going to axe off the wood, because we are now carpenters. And we will deal with that wood in a little bit, but while we're in the past, we're also going to move back onto the piano teacher step, where we are going to look for these music tiles. Now, there is a certain order that they are in. As you can see, I'm going through all the locations of all of them, of where they are located. So you are looking for the dot flashing in order. So the first one will flash with 1, second one will have 2 flashes, third one will have 3, so on, so on. And you just got to collect them in that order. If you don't do it in that order, then you will fail. There is 7 of them. Once you get into the habit of it, it's actually pretty easy. It just gets a bit annoying with some of them, but you sort of learn where the numbers are, and if you're good at piano, then you will be good at this. I am not, but I see there is number 1. And that is the first one picked up. And then this is my last one that I had to pick up. And then, so once you've done that, you need to go to past Nuketown, and here on the screen I've put the code. Mine is backwards. I do it from right to left instead of left to right, so number 1 on the right. Again, I'll have the number on screen here so you can see. So I go 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 6, 4. The code stays the same every time and you'll get the music playing, and that is that step done. And while I'm here, I do upgrade from what we did earlier. I put in the blundergat, and then I will do what I need to do running around. So here I'm going to place the wood that we got from the chopped tree inside of the fire, get the Molotov, and I set that on fire. And it should go green if it's done correctly, which it did there, which is perfect. So now that that bit is done, we go back to the future and we punch this and we collect our blundergat, which is now upgraded, and it makes it so much better with 4 bullets in the gun. So the next step is you've got to look outside the map and you will see floating zombies. You've got to shoot 3 of them. Only 3 in there. You can do it in one side. You don't need to go to the other side. There is usually 3 zombies. So I had 2 there, and then I had 1 hidden behind that fence there, which took me a little while to hit, but I did eventually hit it. There we go. All 3 hit. That is that bit done, and it will make 3 orbs on here on the X. So that is that part done. And while we're here as well, because of the logs and the green fire, we step on this X here, light it up, and we run back, and we go back in time to where we are now going to play some children games. So now that you're done, all you need to do is head over to these locations, what we just saw, where you'll see the twins spawn in, and they will start drawing on the map. Now this is where the fun begins. So the first one that we are doing is the bouncing ball. Very straightforward. All you've got to do is kill the zombies before they land. If you are in solo, no zombies will attack you. You are safe to do this bit, but you cannot shoot the ball. If you shoot the ball, then it will fail. But it is a very straightforward step. You can't leave the ring, otherwise it'll be another instant fail. And if you do, you have to wait, I think it's about 10-15 seconds before you can try it again. Let's say all you've got to do is literally follow what I'm doing here and just shoot the zombies before they land.
Would it be?
Once it's done, you'll see this flirt out of the floor. But we're going to move on to the next one, which is hopscotch. Now this had my life. This had my life many of times. So you've literally just got to jump in between all of them, but you cannot land on the black dot. If you land on the black dot, then you will end up failing it and you will be out, and you also cannot touch the white lines as well as you are jumping. Again, you will fail it. So best thing to do if it's your first time is to play it safe. I didn't play it safe on this one, I did risk it a lot. But the next thing that you need to go over and buy Wisp Tea. This is required, and you also need to buy Death Perception as well for this next 2 steps. So the first thing that you need to do is come over here when you are in the nukes version, and you need to shoot this here. It didn't work with my shotgun. So pull out the pistol and there you can see it fall. And now you need to get your Wisp Tea activated. If you just bought it, then the first zombie you kill will activate it. And it will go out and it will grab some goggles for you to pick up. So you see there, right there to pick up. And the next thing you need to do is go with your Death Perception and look for some goggles. And you see there, they are highlighted. You can only see this with Death Perception. So that's the first spot. Second spot is in the greenhouse. The third spot is behind the yellow house there. So once you've got them all, you need to take them to this treasure box and put them in there, and it's that simple. Done. But now it's onto the fun bit where we're shooting a ball. So this is the first location for the ball. It could spawn there. This is the second location here. Mine did spawn here. So I hate this. I hate this step with a passion. Now, people have got some really good techniques for doing it. I still do not have the best techniques, but all you've got to do is shoot this ball over to the back of the greenhouse where you'll see another X has spawned. Now, I recommend doing this when you haven't got many zombies, because if you're not that good at doing it like me, then this can take a little while, and zombies getting in the way does get annoying at the end of the day. After a while later, I managed to finally get the ball onto it. As you see, it will light up. This bit, I was trying for ages to get it on. As you can see, I thought I'd show me failing miserably trying to do this part, especially with the zombie keep attacking me. But I do eventually get it on there. I believe it's there you go, just like that. So you just need to make sure that it stops rolling, otherwise it can go off and then you won't actually get it. This is the last location as well, it's behind the yellow house. But once you're done, you need to go back in the past and you'll see this one spawns in here. And this game is probably the easiest out of them all. So now you've done it, all you need to do is interact with the ball and it will start bouncing. You've got to let it bounce once and then hit it. I use a knife because I think it's a lot more easier, but you've got to let it bounce before you hit it, and you cannot let it bounce twice or you will fail. If you're in co-op, the timer is longer. If you're on solo, it's not that bad. No zombies will attack you. It's nice and easy, and it's quite satisfying actually. I don't know about anyone else, but I find it really satisfying. But again, once it's done, another glowing thing will come out of the floor. So now we are on to the second to last step. So now with your upgraded blundergat, I have just sped this bit up. All you've got to do is kill zombies around each floating item. So this is the first one that we're doing here. So you will need to follow it all the way around. This one takes a trip around the yellow house, where you need to kill as many zombies. The rounds will keep flipping. I activated the head class just to try and get this one without flipping too many rounds. But you kind of burn through quite a lot. So once this bit's done, it will then flash like that. So then we're on to the next one, which already have moved a little bit. I'm just completing my 10 tasks in the process here as well. That's that done, so we're back carrying on. This one will take a trip around to the greenhouse and it will go inside the greenhouse up the stairs. And you've just got to keep killing the zombies until you reach the piano. And then once you reach the piano again, it will flash. And the next one is the symbol, which is behind the greenhouse. And this will do a trip around the greenhouse, around the bus, and over to the toy box. So it's a good step for building points. If you've got double points, I recommend just getting yourself set up for the which we are very close to now. So heading over there. and again it flashed and it's done. So we set the clock earlier to 0, so now we've got to travel back in time, and just before you go back you've got to shoot the red hand. Don't do it too early because you will fail. Do it just before you travel back, and once you've done it you'll hear the sound and you'll see the orb in the sky. That is the last step. All you have to do now is follow this orb to each of the locations that we've done. So that is the piano, the toy box, and the fireplace, where the twins will appear and they will give you some dialogue. No zombies will attack you once they have spawned in. So like now, they won't do anything. They will literally just ignore you unless you shoot the zombies. So now, it is literally just following them around. I've sped it up just so you can see the route that they take. I follow it round. You don't have to. You do have to activate it to move, I believe, by standing near it. And literally just move, get your points up a little bit more, getting ready for this final boss fight, which we'll get into in a moment. Now, you want to make sure that you're taking in the right gobble guns. If you're using them, I recommend taking in max ammo, even though you can buy ammo. Idolize works pretty well as well. It does work against this one because you are basically against zombies. Also recommend taking in monkeys or cashmeres because they are definitely needed for surviving in the boss fight. So if you haven't, make sure you do the TED task, get your perma perks, because it can get a little bit hectic in this boss fight, but it's definitely one of the best ones I think. Personally, I absolutely love this boss fight. It's a bit of tedious moments, but make sure you're using the right weapon as well. So once it's done, here you go. You can now activate from here and we are going into the boss fight. So now you're just waiting to get teleported, and once you're teleported you'll be teleported into Nuke Town, but the area is clear. You have no bus, you have no truck, you have no arsenal machine, you have no pack-a-punch. You are on bare minimum now. Now this is the very easy steps. It just gets very manic with zombies. So the heart will pump out some disgusting black goo, which will cover 3 different things here, as you can see. So there's different tasks. So the first one that you've got to do for the first stage is just literally shoot zombies around these gooey things that you shot before to get one of the parts. It's very simple. It doesn't take many zombies. It takes like 5, not even that. So it's on each side, 1 behind each building and 1 in the middle. So once it's done, it will clear the goo off once you've done all 3, and a blue orb will come to the last one that you completed. So if you've just finished this one as the last one, you wait here and the blue orb will come and it will spawn in a blue orb where the twins will be drawing around it, and you've just got to protect it from zombies. You have a health bar at the top so you know how low it's going to be. This is where the monkeys or cashmeres do come in handy, because sometimes it's really quiet. Like right now I didn't have many zombies around it, which is nice. It is the first wave though, and it was very chilled out, so but then they all came at once. Didn't need to really use the monkeys. I knew that it was going to be nearly done. So move on to the next one. Beat it there, it gets there quicker, I found out. So if you run there you'll get there quicker, and it will then protect this one. So you've just got to do this on each one of them before the boss becomes immune. Let's see, we're on the last one here, and we're just waiting now for the zombies to come in. This bit is the tedious bit because you've got to do this on all 3 stages, which gets a little bit much because, you know, it's just the same thing over and over. But now the fun begins. So once you're done, it will attack the heart, and the heart will become vulnerable to your bullets in the cracks there that you can see. Now, just spray and pray. You'll have zombies spawning, you'll have tornadoes, and it will shoot rocks at you. The tornadoes are deadly, so try and avoid them. But literally just spray into it and it will go down nice and quickly. I recommend using Frenzy Guard because shields are very scarce in this. But easily defeated. You can see then tornadoes are everywhere. But now that that's done, you'll be on the next stage, which is how Pack-a-Punch is. So you see the little orbs above it. Just shoot that and kill the zombies that are attached to it. That's simple. You see all the lines, and once it's done, then it will become clear. Again, you've then got to move into the back garden, where you then repeat this step again. And you can actually use the turret mode on Energy Mine to help you with this part. I didn't, I just did it. So we're on the final one. So again, just killing all the zombies. Nice and straightforward. So once you've done that, you'll get the blue orb again on each free. I'm only going to show this one, but you will have to go to each section again and protect it. Use my monkey bomb there because it does get a bit more hectic in this one with bombs. But once you've done that, you are now back into the middle, where you are fighting the heart again, which now it gets even more because it shoots even more bombs at you, and there is even more dogs. Dogs are the worst part. But again, you just literally repeat what you just did and shoot that heart as much as you can. Use max ammo there. I think it was to get some more monkeys yet. And because I know you will get a max ammo guaranteed at the end of it every time. You just keep shooting, and then you'll eventually make it immune again, which means you'll be on to the last step. Now, the last step can either be really easy or really hard, depending on your luck. So, here we go on to the last step. So, my tip for this. There is tortured zombies you have to get to each side. So I start with this one. And what I do is, I go into the back garden first, where I will shoot all the zombies that are spawned in, which should make a nice clear way for the tortured zombie to come through. The tortured zombie will then get a connection to the middle bit, which what you'll see is that golden line. Once it hits that, just shoot the tortured zombie and a soul will come out and it will take away the goo. Just like when it's connected to zombies, there you go, there's the line, shoot it, and that is that bit done. So on to the last bit now. This bit is a little bit more harder because it is it's further for him to go, and there is a lot more zombies on the last one, so I always wait until this one's last. I also found that this tortured zombie had a mind of his own, so I was like, oh, we're clear, there is literally no zombies, it's going to be easy, and he decided just to have a breakdance every few seconds. And then we had a mimic spawn, but for some reason, I don't know if it glitched on me, but he didn't lose much health until later on. So he's still not lost anything, and then he started losing it just as I killed him. But that is that bit done, that is the hard bit done. So again, now you've just got to protect it. Protect the twins while they do their stuff on each one of them. Again, as I say, it's the tedious part. It takes the longest because you are just waiting for it to be done. But again, just protect it, and then you are on to the final stage of shooting that heart to death, which is nice and simple. I mean, I absolutely, with this gun, absolutely annihilated it. I would recommend highly using this gun if you're doing it solo, because it wipes out zombies and it also wipes out the heart. So I mean, look how quick this bar goes down in a second once I get a good go. But this is the last bit. If this was helpful, this is my first actual Easter egg guide. I will be doing another one for the brand new map when it comes out. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, it is much appreciated. We will be going live as well. Look at that damage. Ooh. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I will be doing some more tutorials. If you want anything, if you want any help with the Easter egg, I'm happy to do. Jump on and do some live streams with subscribers to help get the Easter egg done if you haven't done it already, if you want to do it before the new map comes out. But if it did help us say, that is the Easter egg done. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.